Hello, I can't see if anybody is waiting or not. So if you are, hello. And if you're not, I'll just talk to myself for 2 minutes. Oh, see, Frida's been in. Don't know if you're still there, Frida, or not, but yes, I'm always getting dates mixed up. Just had a complete blank this week. In fact, I can't even tell you. I've forgotten now what date it is. It's the 22nd today, I think. Not sure. Anywho. It's not going to be a long one. I know I always say this, famous last words. However, it's not going to be a late one, purely because an hour ago I was unconscious on the sofa. I'm really tired. But I thought I would come on, touch base, fill you in on everything that's gone on in the past week. Something very funny that happened on Sunday. That one of my best friends has said until the day she dies, she doesn't think she will ever see anything as funny in her life. But I will share that shortly. And it involves me and it involves Maisie. So, who most of you know, Maisie is the little miniature Shetland that I rescued. Hello, greeny eyesies. Oh, I like that photo. Hang on, I'm going to put you up on my screen on the telly. You look like you're drinking a cocktail there. How are you? Oh, there you go. Oh, I love that photo. Loving the photograph. What's been going on YouTube streets? Have I missed out? Is there out I need to be aware of? Just out of pure nosiness. Hey, Kemmer, hey, Green Eyes and Frida, hope everyone's well. Danny in the house. And Danny after dark. Hello, Danny, all the way over there. I hope you're doing well. Danny, is that your finger that's got a face drew on it? I'm not watching most, just same shit, different day. Oh, well, I tell you what, Green Eyes, I just wish Preach was here because you know how Preach Queen loves Crazy Maisie. And the story I've got to share with you of what happened on Sunday, I think, well, I know Preach Queen would just piss herself laughing. I just wish I'd managed to catch it on camera. It's confusing, that Green Eyes, isn't it? Hi, Danny. Hi, Denny. That Tismy Denny's just done that to confuse her eyes as all. Oh, well, don't worry if you can't. It was just, yeah, it's just something that happened with Maisie. And I thought, if anyone's going to appreciate this out of everybody I know, it's going to be Preach. It's potato with my face in it. My fingers aren't that brown. Well, it depends where they've been, Denny, doesn't it? You know, you and Lied might be having a little bit of brown potato finger love. I don't know. And the lovely Frida. Hello, my darling. How are you? Oh, it's great to see you guys. All my favourite people in one spot. I was saying, I think I was waffling along to myself before everybody came in, but it is going to be a very short one tonight. One, because I'm knackered. Two, my phone is only got 61% charge and I've not got anywhere to charge it next to me in the lounge here. I need to short my shit out. But I just wanted to come on, say hello to everyone, let you know where I'm up to, and that we'll do a proper one. Let's have another incognito night at the end of the week. I don't know if you're all up for that. Maybe on Friday we can have a bit of a giggle. And can I just say, Green Eyes and Denny, thank you so much for your messages. Thank you, because I was so stressed out last week. I really was. I was stressed out up to Sunday night, to be fair, because that was the final bits of the puzzle all came together on Sunday night. I am now officially a resident of the coast, don't you know? So yeah, I really appreciated getting messages from people. You know, even if I've not responded to everybody, thank you. Yeah, sounds great. Guess I could do with a lot. Yeah, I don't. What do you think for topic, girls? Obviously, there might be boys here as well. In fact, there are. I think Porky and Mirror are probably listening in. They'll be shooting shit up at the moment, but they will be listening. What do you reckon for a topic? And I don't think, Denny, have you been around for any of our incognito nights? Because I don't think you have. And oh, mate, really hope you're okay. Not such a frigging babe, but it's all done now. Well done for getting through it. Well, do you know what as well, Denny? And I feel a bit bad because I wasn't brought up, you know, I was brought up properly. And I feel a bit bad, but I then thought, no, fuck it. Because, you know, my landlord left me without any flipping heating for a month, all through winter, all over Christmas. I had no oven and no heating. And I'd already got the heating sorted months earlier myself because he didn't get his finger out, never got money back for that. He didn't pay me for this space heater that I was using when the heating fucked up. And I was just getting that mithered, and then obviously because my car blew up as well, so that was an added thing. I've had to use his car to and from in. And I'll admit on Sunday, whereas when I left my last house, you could have eaten off the floors. It was immaculate. This one wasn't. You know, it wasn't minging, but I just thought, no, fuck it. If it's going to cost you, you know, because I'm never going to see the money that you owe me. I've got my deposit coming back. That was like a 700 quid deposit. So I thought, no, balls to you. I am not breaking my back trying to make this house immaculate because you've done nothing for me in the 3 years I've lived there. So yeah, but then now I've got kind of the guilt pangs because I thought actually that would reflect on me as a person. You know, I didn't want people thinking I was like a minger because I'm not. But yeah, but that's what I did. Green Eyes. I was just like, no, fuck you. And I also left the garden full of, you know, all the cat shit from next door neighbour. I left it. It was, honest to God, it was like the Danish minefield. You've never seen anything like it. There must be about 900 cat shits all over the garden. But yeah, whatever. Have that. I don't care. I'm 30 miles north. So I'm going to tell you about. Actually, no. I'll hang on. What are we going to do for? What should we do for incognito night? What do you want for the? Throw some topics at me, girls. Throw some topics. Not that we ever stick to it, because everybody just comes in as Dirty D or Dorothy's Smelly Beaver or something. Cat shit gate. I know, Frida. Well, I just left it all. Frigging minefields. Good for you. We did more than they deserved in the last place, but you have to draw a line and walk away. Clean is clean, you know. I wasn't doing fine details because they did it all anyways. Good. Got your deposit back, win. That's it, isn't it? Yes, Green Eyes, I am settled in. But you know, if he comes on here, which I know he's listening, he'll tell you at the minute he's having to just walk around with his eyes shut because there's boxes and bags of my shit everywhere. And I'm trying to, because I'm back to work. I was off last week. I'm back to work now. Now, last week when I was coming back here, I was so tired. I was just collapsing on the sofa. So I didn't get to put anything where it should have gone. And then this week as well, I'm back to work full time, and it's the busiest time of year for us, the end of the financial year. So I'm trying to kind of put bits away. So at the minute, he is being an absolute superstar, but Cooper has then, for the last few days, decided to be a cock. So if he's not getting stressed out with my shit everywhere, he's getting stressed out with the dog being a cock. So what can I say? Let's have a 2-minute silence for that rogue cat and the new occupants. Well, my friend Maria was saying to them, she saw the guy had come round to have a look on Sunday night, and she'd said to him, "Buy yourself a gun." So Green Eye says aliens. Frida says famous people in history. How about famous people who think they've been abducted by aliens? We could do both. You could cut. Here you go. How about this for incognito name? Change a famous person into an alien, like a play on words. Like Sid did with extraterrestrial, which was quite funny. So I was going to say Denny won't have. She's not been around for this. Hi, Lady Witch. Famous people who are aliens. Yeah. Yeah, because, what's his name? Dennis Rodman. He's got to be an alien, hasn't he? And I think Katy Perry's an alien. And the royal family. Lizard people. Who can... I'm not being serious there, in case anybody thinks I am. I don't believe in lizard people. How are you, Lady Witch? I hope you're all right. So, I'm going to tell you all what happened on Sunday. I want to give you all a giggle. And so the last thing to be moved, the last big article to be moved. Oh my God, Danny, I had a dream that Elon Musk was an alien. His face morphed, was a bit predator-like. He's a weird one, isn't he? Wasn't he? He was knocking off that Amber Heard, wasn't he? After she'd blagged off that Johnny Depp had battered her. Well, Denny, when we do this incognito night, what you do is you come in. Hiya, Sid. How are you doing, lovely? You come in. Most people change the pictures, so I can't tell who you are, and you change your name. So last time it was like Sid was, because we did an alien night. It was extraterrestrial. I was pissing myself. I think Cassius came in as E.T.'s big stinky finger or something. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Alien's probe was stinking. He come in as that. Really, that was a very, very funny night. So yeah, if you think of hiya Sheila, hiya darling, I hope you're all right. Yeah, it's things like that. So if you end up coming in, just change your picture, change your name, and yeah, and nobody has a clue who you are. But this lot had us howling because there'd been a lot of palaver going on the YouTube streets with Dorothy. They all came in as Dorothy's dirty old banger, and no, it was just I think Lady Witch was like Dot's dusty clanger. Sheila was the best. Sheila had about 17 different alts that night. I was Travis the Chimp. I meant to say it was me. So I was there ever so brief one evening. Travis lost me 2 subs, damn it. Do you know what? Somebody reckoned it was you, didn't they? Somebody said, was it Denny? I'm like, no, Denny would have said hello. But then we thought you were the one who was me, and it wasn't, because somebody came in as a fake me. But it was that was Porky. Hiya, Meadow. Oh, you're working. Oh, well, at least you're listening, sweetheart. It's not a topic tonight. It's just a bit of a catch up because I finally finished moving house. I'm going to tell you a little funny story that happened on Sunday, but we're going to do another incognito night on Friday. Oh, Sheila, I have an idea for incognito. Why don't we all pick a name of each other like you had the fake you? Oh, yes. Ah, that's Sheila. That is a good idea, isn't it? Although, watch this, to be about 90 kiss my axes. Danny, yeah. I casually said I ripped faces. You were like, aye, Travis, you naughty chip. Yeah. Yeah, because we then got talking about it. Meadow, you know, the incognito nights are my fave. Well, we'd just been talking about ideas for it. So, topics. So, we had a topic suggestion was aliens. Another topic was famous people in history. And then I mean, we can talk about anything, but then Sheila's just suggested we all come in as each other, which would be quite funny. So, so I don't know, but when we've decided, I will put it up on the in the description for the live when I schedule it, so that you all know what the topic is and what you've got to come in as. So we can always vote on what's been suggested before I close this one down tonight. So, but yeah, I like them as well, Meadow. They really make me laugh when I'm guessing who people are. As you know, I throw a 2-year-old tantrum when I don't get my own way and I don't know who anybody is. So I'm going to tell you my funny story. And this is a story that I think, well, I hope you'll all find it funny, but I know Preach Queen specifically would find this one. Let's all start as Kiss My Axe. You fuck off, you, Denny. You. Haha. It'd be like, I'm Spartacus. I can imagine people choosing the same name. Yeah, maybe we should have a Kiss My Axe incognito night. You've just all got to come in as me. And then I've got to work it back from there, like try and find out from the way you type who you all are. Or a Sheila night. We all come in as Sheila. Right. I keep digressing, so I'm going to get this little story out first and then we can go back to being silly. So, the last big item to be moved on Sunday was Maisie. And for those who don't know, Maisie, Crazy Maisie, Mini Moo, whatever I call her, she is my little miniature Shetland pony that I rescued. So, she's only 33 inches high, okay, at the shoulder. She's a little titch. So she hasn't been in a trailer since I got her, which was 14 years ago, right? So I've got my friend Kate rocked up with the Ifa Williams horse trailer. She's got two big Dutch warm bloods, so they're massive horses. So she rocks up in this double trailer. So if anybody's ever seen in the back of a horse trailer, you if you're standing at the very back of it, the ramp comes down towards you. That's the bit that they'll walk up. It's on a slope, and looking into the back of the trailer, there's a partition in the middle. So normally you'll travel two horses in it. One will go on the left, one will go on the right. Mike loves saggy ball sack. The Beach Boys love Kiss My Axe, but not as much as I love myself. Who is Mike? Mike loves saggy ball sack. Oh my God, who is that? Sorry, you just completely thrown me off there. Green eyes, I don't know if it is. It's just totally thrown me off my train of thought, that did. I'm voting our beautiful Captain Spaulding. Yeah, I'm actually wondering, Lady Witch. I must admit, I first of all thought, is that Captain? Having said that, Captain always comes in and says hello first, doesn't he? Then he gets an alt up. So I kind of try and watch for people's patterns of behaviour. I was watching Captain Spaulding yesterday. It was great. He's got some really good. He has some cracking lives on Green Eyes, doesn't he? Lady, you nailed it. Oh, flipping heck. It is Captain. Oh, you threw me, Captain. Because usually you always come in, don't you? And then you sneak in again as somebody else and throw us all. Flipping heck. That's quite funny though. Mike loves saggy ball sack. Well, at least you're here and you can hear that we're liking your lives, Captain. Oh, Dennis says hi, beers. Here he is, the lovely Captain Spaulding. Oh, is that how you sussed it out, Lady Witch? Because of the music references. Green Eyes don't like to say much as I don't know anyone. Thank you all for the cameras. Well, I don't, Green Eyes. I did say hello once, but again, I think especially when the people are talking about music and what have you, and I don't really know the topic, so I just tend to listen. But I always give, even if I don't join in on lives, I'll always give like a thumbs up and what have you. So, but yeah, no, they're dead interested. They're quite funny as well, aren't they, Green Eyes? But it's the same with the ones that Danny goes into, the Polecast ones. And I always imagined Captain Spaulding to be very much a gent and not talk about ball sacks. We must have turned him dirty. Go, actually, Captain. While you're here, can I just check? Did you follow me? I couldn't think of anybody, and me and Porky were laughing about it. And I said, I wonder if that's Captain Spaulding. Hi, Burham Witch. Hello, my darling. Did you follow me as Valentine's Dong? Danny has renewed my interest in reading about Manson. Yes. Yeah, she's really good. And I'll tell you what, I'm just these cases that she's going through, like the ones with the murders the other day. Oh, what were they called? China. Oh, was it China Deese? Whatever her surname was, I can't remember. I'm really sorry, Danny. But that was really interested. It probably is a gentleman around the ladies, but that cuts us out completely. You're damn right there, Lady Witch. Sid Vicious has just subscribed to Captain Spaulding. Thank you, Sid. He sounds right up my street. Do you know what, Sid? You would love it. Especially, because you're very music oriented yourself. Captain Spaulding, you're more than welcome to chat with us. We're accepting of everyone. Yeah, you absolutely are. The only reason I don't tend to chat, Captain, is because I don't really know what you're talking about, but I like listening. I'm on season 5 of Vikings because of you, Mrs. Oh, are you? Isn't it wonderful? And have you seen Vikings Valhalla has started on Netflix? Denny, my days of Manson were ruined by a Beetlejuice sounding leprechaun. Eh? Who's the Beetlejuice sounding leprechaun, Denny? Danny and her shows are much more organised and coherent. Danny just can't stand the topic anymore, but no disrespect to those that do. I don't really know that much about it, Denny. So I've caught a few of the Polecast ones. But I'm just enjoying Danny's the solved cases, the older cases that have been that she's covering, the murder cases and whatnot. They're really good. Oh, is your friend watching that? Simples? Brilliant. I've not started it yet because I also need to watch the latest season of The Last Kingdom. And again, if anybody's you've watched that, haven't you, Simples? Because I know, didn't I get was it Frida? Was it you, Frida, that I got into watching The Last Kingdom? Because the final season's just started of that. Burham Witch Green Eyes. Oh, thank you. It's a protection symbol. Oh, right, okay. I can't see that from my little phone. Hang on, I'll put you up on the screen. There were lots of things I didn't know that I learned from the podcast. Me too, Green Eyes. Oh, I like that symbol, Burren. Can you do a show on the hellhole in Russia? Yes, Danny, I will. Because what I want to do, because I was having to think about it, because there's there's the information there on it, but in my opinion, there isn't enough to do a whole show on. So what I thought I'd do, especially given the current climate, is do a few different things, do like a Russian evening. And by that, I don't mean let's start slating Russia. I just mean that I think if we do it all together. So I'm very, very into the Dyatlov Pass incident. And I touched on it very briefly. Well, quite a few lives ago, but it's something that I was watching and listening to everything I could get my hands on Dyatlov Pass, and because that is in the Urals, so it's kind of Siberia, isn't it? So I was thinking to cover the hellhole, the Dyatlov Pass, and then what about does anybody else, because this is all kind of Siberia, isn't it? The that blast that occurred in I'm not going to say the date because I did look it up and I'm just going to get it completely wrong because I'm tired. It basically looked as though a nuclear blast had gone off in a forest in Siberia and all the trees had ended up petrified, just blown down. And it was, Siberia Sunday. Oh, that's a good idea. Dyatlov Pass, excuse I spelt wrong, is a good one. It is, Denny. It is. I'm really fascinated with that, and there's a lot of very suspicious shizzle going on with Dyatlov. So I don't know what you think, but guys, if you think that sounds cool, but I was thinking along those lines, like a bit like Green Eye said, Siberia. Maybe not Sunday, because Sunday is my birthday. So I'm hoping that somebody is going to do something rather wonderful for my birthday. But if not, I'll come on. Hang on a minute. Simples, I've had a good nosh this evening. Oh, Denny, are we talking food or a nosh? I don't know how to take what you've just put there. Simples, oh my God, my dinner. Oh, you've had an orgasmic dinner. What did you have? My hubby made the best ever curry last night. Geez, it was good, but smelt the house out. Oh, I did a curry for us last night, Green Eyes, but it was only chicken tikka masala. Oh, I've got spicy chicken stir fry with a tad of rice. Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, happy birthday kiss. Thank you, Burham Witch. I'll be 21 again on Sunday, and Porky will be 21 on Saturday. Is the day before mine. When's yours, Denny? Isn't you're after me, aren't you, love? I think. Because I know that Rain Dancer was on Friday, wasn't she? I think hers was on the 18th, so she's just missed out on being a cool ass Aries. So we've got Lady Witch is an Aries, and Denny is an Aries, and I'm an Aries, and Porky is an Aries. So I need to know when birthdays are, because obviously, as you know, I'm going to sing to you all. Oh, so your nosh was dinner, not a cock. Okie dokie. Oh, chicken chili garlic and mango curry. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, you're a Pisces. Oh, we've missed your birthday, Captain. Oh, sorry, lovely. No, honestly, you need to all whenever it's your birthdays, let us know and we'll do a resounding sing song for you all. Well, Simples, I heard somebody say that when you hit 40, every year after that you take a year off. So you have your 40th, and then when you're 41, you actually say that you're 39 and keep going backwards. So that's what I'm going to do. Sing with Porky, hopefully kiss. Yes. Yes. We need it because he owes Sheila a song, Frida. Hiya. Lady Witch, do you have any knowledge of dream interpretation? I had a weird one. Oh, what was it about, Burren Witch? Do you want to share it, love? I'm not having any more, but my mother did that too. Well, it's a good idea, Burren Witch, isn't it? Not really, Burren. I don't usually remember mine. Do you know what, Lady Witch? I don't remember any of mine. I don't remember any. Oh, a week this Saturday. Denny is the big 4-0. So is that the 2nd of April, is it? No, I've not forgot he's going to sing Sheila, and neither is he. Oh, it was about a white raven. Oh. The only thing I ever remember my nan saying was dream of the, I mean, again, like I said, she was Irish and she had a lot of things she said had kind of Irish origins. But my nan always used to say, dream of the dead, trouble with the living. She said, if you ever dream of somebody dead, there's going to be trouble with someone in your family who's alive. And do you know what? She was always right. If she'd wake up and go, oh my God, I dreamt about my mother. And then there'd be something had gone wrong, for somebody alive in the family. Bananas. Oh, hang on a minute, Lady Witch, that's your birthday as well. Okay, listen, we're just going to do a bit of an announcement, okay? So, a week on Saturday, we have 2 birthdays in the chat. We have Denny and we have Lady Witch. And Denny is a big 4-0. Denny is going to be in her naughty 40s. So I think we're going to have to do a hell of a lot of singing for these guys next week. And anybody else. When I dream of a death, it normally happens to the same person in my dream. No. Well, Burren Witch, these aren't dreaming of people dying. It was like my nana dream of, like say a mother, because I never knew either of my great grandmothers, but they died long before I was born. But like my nan would have a dream about say her deceased mother, and she'd be panicking all day, going somebody's going to have some bad news in this family because I was dreaming about my mother last night, and guaranteed, and it wouldn't be maybe something tragic, but it'd be like somebody had a crash in the car, or the house had got burgled, or they'd lost the job, or they'd fallen ill. There was always something, and she would hear within the space of 12 hours of her waking up, she would hear. It was the weirdest thing, but I swear my nana had a touch of the Romany in her. Oh, Frida, you were still a wee young thing. I wish I was 40 again. Burren, I understand exactly what you mean. My nana was the same. Weird, isn't it, Burren? But I've never heard anybody else say that. There's only my nana, but she had, really like she would never have a magpie land on the house. And I think I told you all, didn't I? She went out throwing shoes at this bloody magpie so that it flew onto next doors, because she didn't mind, because she didn't like the next door neighbour. But she wouldn't have the magpie sitting on the house because she said it's a harbinger of death. So, Denny, you are a young thing. Everybody on here, everybody's a spring chick. I always say, don't go off your birth certificate. Go off, how old do you feel? Yeah, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're achy and what have you, and you might feel 20 years older than you actually are. I'm a case in point with that, with my knackered knee from riding accidents. But really, it's something I grew up with. My nana would freak out with them too. That and the colour green. That's bananas, isn't it? She wouldn't. I'll tell you what, Burren Witch, she wouldn't have magpies landing on the house because she said they meant death. She wouldn't have Do you remember a lot of older people, when I was growing up, a lot of older people, you know, they'd have like really what I'd call antwacky displays, like of dried flowers and shit in the house. And lots of times people would have peacock feathers in them, right? My nana wouldn't have a peacock feather in the house. She said that was a bad omen. No peacock feathers, no magpies on the roof. She would never have lilies, fresh lilies in the house. She said they were only for funerals. If a brush fell over, you know, you'd have like your brushes and your mops and everything standing. We had like a scullery at the back. And if ever anything fell over, you know, like you'd open a door and maybe the brush would come over and it'd just be because it had fell over because there was a draft. But no, she'd be like, no, there's company calling. And, you know, I'll guarantee you somebody unexpected would call that day. It was bananas. Oh, I still feel 21 in your heart until you look in the mirror. No, it's she's from Dublin. Oh, yeah, everything you're saying I've heard at home. Well, Burren, my nana actually came from Drogheda, or Drogheda, however you say it, just south of Dublin. After my father passed, I only dreamt of him once. He told me it was okay to let him go. I've never dreamt of him since. Do you know that? You see, when I hear things like that, Meadow, I don't think that's a dream. I think you're in the dream state, but I don't think that's a dream. I think that's him actually there with you. Hate the smell of lilies. They always remind me of funerals. The thing is, though, Green Eyes, the smell of calla lilies, I love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Frida, that's so sad when you wake up then realise she's gone. The same happens to me when I dream of my dad. I know I would love to remember. I might dream of my mum, Sheila, but I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. Denny, you look amazing, Frida. I'm trying to give up smoking at the moment, or I'll end up like Magda from the film There's Something About Mary. Do you know, Denny, she does look amazing, doesn't she? Everybody does, though. I mean, look at Green Eyes. Have you seen? Hang on, look at this girl. I'm going to put this back up on the screen. You know, and there's Green Eyes, and she's going, "Oh, I'm 62 this year." Does that look like a 62-year-old lady? To me, you have like when I think of people in the 60s, you know, you think of I think of like really old, you know, it's one of those in your head, isn't it? Like really, really old people, and they're not. That sounds really crackers, that the way I said that, but do you know what I mean? It's like when you're a kid, you think somebody of 30 is really old, don't you? Until you become 30, and then it's like, shit, it's actually really young. It's like that, isn't it? It's and my nan, I used to think my nan was like really old because she was my nan, but she actually wasn't. Do you know what? Burren's just got it. She's hit the nail on the head, and I'm going to pin that one. I think we all put too much stock in numbers, age, and yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, we're only here for I always say, we're not here for a long time, just a good time. That's one of my favourite sayings. I say Olive from On the Bus has died in a house fire. I only found out a couple of days ago. Oh, I don't know who that is. Green Eyes. Hello, have you seen what Frida's put? Green Eyes, you look as fresh as a daisy to me. And you and all misses. Everybody's sexy mamas on here, and papas as well. Anyway, I'm going to go back to telling you my funny story before I forget, because if this phone goes flat, I can't charge it back up again. Yeah, that's right, Denny. Amen, Burren, all beauties. Right. So I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to ignore chat for a second, and I'm going to get this little story out. So do you remember where I got up to with the back of the horse trailer? So I've got Maisie. She hasn't been in a trailer for 14 years, okay? Since I rescued her, she has not been in a trailer. Excuse me. So opens up the back of the trailer. It's for these two, my friend's two Dutch warm bloods. So you're looking at the back of the trailer, there's a partition in the middle, and normally a horse would go on one side of the partition and the other horse would go on the other side of a partition. Now, both of her horses are like 17-hand monsters. Maisie is 33 inches, okay, high. So looking from the back of the trailer, the left-hand part side of the partition, we put in her bins and the hay nets and, you know, all the things with the rugs and everything in it. Yeah, Lady Witch, I'll tell you a tale about that as well when I finish this one, and about Maisie in the back of a car. I kid you not. So we've got everything on the left-hand side, and then I put Maisie into the right-hand side of the partition. Now, I've got old naysayer up at the farm going, that pony won't go in that trailer. She's not been in a trailer for 14 years. No bloody way will that. I'm saying, she will. I know my own pony. She's just chilled as fuck. She'll walk up the ramp. She won't bother. And yes, true to my word, Maisie, I just walked up the ramp. Maisie came trotting up behind me. No problem whatsoever. Got in. So because she's a teeny weeny, and I've always found that travelling mini Shetlands especially, I'd rather travel them loose. They just find the footing better. So I get her in the trailer. My friend Kate is outside at this point waiting to put the trailer door up when I've come out. So, like the ramp. So I take Maisie's head collar off, leave her eating a hay at the top end of the trailer. I turn round and come out just as Kate goes, mate, she's going to make a run for it. So I blocked the she's kind of trying to get down one side of me or the other. So I'm just standing in front of her on the ramp with me back to her while Kate's at the bottom of the ramp going, can you stop? I said, yeah. I said, don't. No, Lady Witch, it gets better than that. It gets better than that. Excuse me. So I'm kind of blocking like this. Hi, Mirror Man. How are you? She's trying to get one side of me. She's trying to get the other side of me. We're at this point, we're still in the trailer at the side of the partition. Kate's down at the bottom of the ramp looking up. Can you stop it? I said, yeah. We had loaded her up on the road because we couldn't get the trailer down the track to the farm just because there were just issues, blockage issues. So we're on the road. So I'm there trying to stop her getting out. The little shit all of a sudden decides, fuck it. She put her head down. She put her head from behind me between my legs. Yeah. Her whole neck and head came through my legs, and then she stood up. Now, picture this. I've got, being as short as I am, my inside leg is 27 inches, right? That's my inside leg measurement. Maisie is 33 inches high to her shoulder. So her head and her neck have come through my legs. Then she decides to lift up. So I ended up on her damn back, didn't I? So there's no saddle, there's no bridle, I've nothing to hang on to. She then rears slightly, which sends me into the middle of her back. Yeah. I put my right hand out to kind of steady myself, which landed on her bum, which she then decided to bronc. So I am in the back of a trailer sitting on a miniature Shetland pony that is bronking like a motherfucker. She then set off down the ramp flat out. Right, I'll tell you the best picture. Does anybody ever remember seeing the Fellwell pony cartoons? I think they were like a big thing in the 70s and 80s, Fellwell. And that is all I can imagine Maisie looking like. She was one of the Fellwell ponies. So she's bronked. I have just been on the back of her like I'm on one of those rodeo bulls in a bar. She then set off down the ramp, like at the speed of light. I'm just rolling about all over the place. She hits the bottom of the ramp, put a bronc in again, at which point I went forward, right? Luckily didn't crack my face on the back of her neck. Then she reared again. So I kind of gone forward. I'd rolled forward. She bronked up and reared. I then rolled backwards. So my head was on her ass. My legs were in the air. And with one final ping, off I went. However, I managed to kind of reach round. I don't even know how I did it. Reached round and grabbed hold of the kind of the trailer door. So I actually landed on my feet. So at this point, I've not watched what's going on. I was just thinking, I am going to go sailing here upside down and break my neck. That's all. Just in that split second, I thought, I'm going to break something. I'm seriously going to injure myself. I'll be honest with you, I have hurt my hip. I haven't mentioned this to Porky, but now that he's in chat, he's going to hear it. But yeah, I kind of pulled a bit of a muscle in one of my hips. So I managed to get myself sorted out. Looked, and Kate, my friend, is literally wrapped round Maisie's neck. So she's bent over, she's got all the weight on Maisie's neck, and Maisie's just standing there, but she's got no head collar on, and we're actually on the road. So I ran back up into the trailer, got a head collar and the lead rope, came back down again. Kate hasn't looked up in all this time, and she's making, as I get up to her, she's going like, So I thought, Maisie has tanked straight into her and winded her, and bless her. Yeah, I know, Mirror Man, but it's right. I'm still walking. It's one of those. I'm thinking she's knocked the wind out of her, because she's tanked straight into her chest, and Kate's grabbed her, to stop her running onto the road. And then I thought, she stood on her foot and broken it, because you've got like 80, 90 stone of Shetland, although she's tiny, they weigh a fair bit. If it's any consolation, I was tossed ass over tea kettle by an ostrich. I need to get this story from you, Lady Witch, in a second. I really do. So I said to Kate, I was going, mate, are you all right? And all I can see is the side of her head. She's got her face buried in Maisie's neck, but the side of her face that I can see, like a cheek and a neck, is purple. I thought, oh God, something's wrong. So I'm like, mate, are you all right? You all right? And she kind of turned around to look at me. She's got tears running down her face. She's actually laughing, but she can't, there's no sound coming out. And she said, if I live to be 100, I will never see anything as funny as what I have just witnessed. And she said, I'm just gutted I didn't have a camera. I said, I thought you'd hurt yourself. She went, no. She said, I was laughing that hard. She said, as you can see, the tears are running down my legs. She'd actually pissed herself. She was laughing that hard. Her bladder had let go. Because she did say, since I've had Oliver, she said, my bladder's never been the same. But yeah, she'd actually pissed her pants, laughing that hard. So that was the story of Crazy Maisie trying to do a random escape. I swear to God. But she said, all I could see was, I was looking up the ramp, and she said, I could see arse face, because I'm getting bronked forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. And then, like I said, Maisie just came carting down this ramp flat out with me hanging on her back. But she said, she did give me a really good compliment, because she said, I just looked at you thinking, I can't half tell you were a fucking show jumper because you've got a Velcro arse. She went, the fact you were hanging onto that pony just by the seat of your pants. She said you had no saddle on, you had nothing to hang on with your hands, and your sheer balance. What's he put? Funny. She never wants a massage, just a sausage. Duh. Look at what Daddy thought. Porky, I admire your support and dedication to Jack's keto diet. Do you know? Yes, and he's so giving, Daddy. He really is. Hiya, Kathy. Are you all right, love? You've just missed the tale of Maisie. Crazy Maisie, me mini Shetland. Greenhouse. It's those thighs, Kiss. God help Porky. Well, I'm going to say nothing about that. I'm not one to blow my own trumpet. I'll just say superior muscle tone. That's all I'm going to say. Oh my goodness, Lady Witch, I'd have been really scared. But after all of that palaver, I then turned around, got back on the trailer, no problem. We then drove her for the best part of an hour to here, because obviously we were driving slower than normal because we were towing her. And she's old and arthritic, and I didn't want her falling over in the trailer. We get to the new place. She comes down the trailer like, Britney Spears, it's Britney, bitch. She was like that. She just strutted her stuff down the trailer, down the ramp. The other horses are all there, and they're all like great big eventers. And I don't know what it is about eventing horses and miniature Shetlands, but they're all shit scared of him. So there's all these horses snorting and farting and spooking at this little thing, badass Maisie, trotting round. We got her into a new stable, which is a great big shipping, a big barn. So there's like 8 of them in there. She just walked in, shit, and started eating her hay like she's lived there all her life. I have never seen her this chilled ever. So whether it was just because she thought, for 14 years I've been trying to get you, bitch, and I finally got you. And I've always wanted to ride her as well, but because she'd been abused before I got her, and she's got that, her back leg was broken. You wouldn't know other than when sometimes she'll limp on it. But I've always wanted to see if she could actually bear my weight. Well, now I've proved, yes, she can. Little shitbag. But yeah, so she's settled in, loving it. She's loving a new place. It's a gorgeous big stable. I've been chased by Shetlands a few times. Words to describe them are juggernaut and relentless. Well, Denny, you see, there's Shetlands, and then there are mini Shetlands, which is what Maisie is. So she's kind of half the size again of tiny little things. But Shetlands can be a bit obtuse. Let's go for that one. Whereas mini Shetlands are, yes, Denny. Thanks, Frida. Mini Shetlands are. I always say if you cut them open, the black all the way through, they're the naughtiest little devils. They've got devilment. If they were a stick of rock, a stick of Blackpool rock, it would just say evil little bastard all the way through it. They're cheeky, but they're fun. So that's where we are at the moment. And yeah, I've just got to sort out boxes and piles of shit. But oh, hiya, Paula. How are you? Lovely to see you. How are you feeling today, love? Has anybody seen Helen as well? Because I was wondering, because Helen got the COVID again, didn't she? I'm just wondering how she was doing. My uncle's got it at the moment. He doesn't sound too bad with it though, but he didn't really get into telling me how he was feeling, just that he's, been testing positive for it. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Paula. I think you just need to have a rest, don't you? I think it's one of these where people, when they've had COVID, it's one of those illnesses that I think you need to convalesce. Maisie Moon, my mum's name. Oh, is it? Well, there's one for the books. Oh no, poor Helen. Hope she's okay. Third time she's had it, isn't it? Green eyes. It's oh, they've all got it at the moment, have they, Simples? Well, that's it. They're saying that the cases are on the rise, but the hospitalizations aren't. And I think the fatalities are low as well. I think it's just but yeah, this is a bit like when people used to get glandular fever, and if you didn't convalesce properly, generally speaking, and I'm saying generally, it's not all the time, but a lot of the time people would then develop ME, wouldn't they? And and usually it was following on the back of either undiagnosed or glandular fever, or somebody's had glandular fever and hasn't convalesced as much. You know, they've gone back to work, as people tend to do nowadays, because you don't get time to convalesce for anything. But I think looking at this COVID and how many people are getting long COVID, I do think that it's something that people really need to, if you've had it, you need to take it easy, not try and rush back to work or rush back to doing things. People dropping like flies around you. Oh, are they, Frida? Is it bad over there? I heard someone saying where I'm living now, you know, on the coast, don't you know? But where I'm living now, I believe that the cases are rising quite dramatically. It was really funny on Saturday morning because I was driving over to the other house and I came along the road down at the seashore. So there's a road that goes all the way from like St Anne's, Lytham, Blackpool, Fleetwood, you know, all that way. So I'm coming along there, and it was early in the I think it was about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to get to obviously to the other house. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. And there's bloody police crawling everywhere. There was armed police. There was extra pedestrian traffic lights put up. I'm thinking, the bloody hell's going on here? This is Blackpool, right next to the pleasure beach. I thought something's going on. And I didn't realise it was a flipping Tory party conference, wasn't it? Boris was there. I wonder if he rode the big one. It's crazy. I was put in the COVID ward, but patients had visitors. What's that all about? Really? Oh, that's a bit bizarre, isn't it, Paula? I would have thought that on the COVID ward, you'd be isolated completely. Yeah, but it just seems like a bad cold. That's what I'm hearing. But I think Helen was saying that the last time she had it was like that with a headache and what have you. But this time she's got it, it's different again. Yeah, I've avoided it as well, Frida and Green Eyes. But I do think I had it December 2019. I'm positive I had it then before it became a thing, before we knew that it was over here. Looking back, I'm pretty certain that I've had it. Oh, good, Sheila. I'm glad you've not. Yeah, it's very lax, Paula. Stopped isolate. Why is that, Green Eyes? Do they think that's going to help with people developing an immunity? I mean, I don't even know where it's the worst now. You know, well, in the UK, but the sounds of it, it's not sounding great at well, because you're Northern Ireland, aren't you, Frida? And then obviously Simples is in the northeast. And then I'm in the northwest. So well, while you've had your bit of a chit chat with about Maisie, let's get back to the incognito night. I'm wondering actually, shall I do the Siberia stuff on Friday? And we can combine that with incognito. I think they've just thought to treat it as the flu and you don't isolate with the flu. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I'll tell you what though, Green Eyes, I've only had it once, the flu. You know, people say, oh, I've got the flu, and you haven't. When it used to piss me off in work, you know, you'd have somebody who'd be off for like 2 days, go, oh, yeah, I had the flu. I'd be like, no, you didn't. No, you really didn't. I had it, and I can't even tell you. I was so ill. I was in pain. My mouth was hurt. Everything hurt. I couldn't drink water. I felt so sick, and it was making me want to vomit. But I didn't even know I had muscles in my mouth that could hurt. Everything ached. I was drenched in sweat. It was just awful. I was so weak. I couldn't get to the bathroom. Yeah, I would never wish flu on anybody. Like proper full-blown flu. It was awful. So yeah, that's the one and only time I've ever had it, and let's keep it that way. All right, so you reckon we do that? Yeah, so it could be things like, so if we're doing kind of Siberia, Paula, oh gosh, Fleetwood, Cleveley's, Blackpool, I have so many bad memories due to my ex, just the sound of that creeps you out. Oh, sorry, chicken. Oh, green eyes. I had about 6 years ago. Thought I was dying. That's right, because even my teeth ached. It's the weirdest thing, isn't it, green eyes? You can't describe how you feel. Even now, I can remember how I felt, but trying to explain to somebody. So that's when I hear someone going, they've had flu for 2 days. I'm like, no, you fucking didn't. I didn't get out of bed for more than a week. It was so bad. I was having to be lifted and carried into the bathroom. I couldn't walk. And I just remember lying in bed and I felt so ill. I was crying. I just wanted, I wanted to die. I felt so sick. And I'm not mad. I've got quite a high pain threshold. In fact, I've got a very high pain threshold. But that was awful. Influenza A and H1N1. Oh, right, green eyes. Oh, was that when you went to China? I remember you telling us something about that, wasn't it? Was it China or Japan or somewhere and he picked it up? On about them, the dirty bastards. Yeah, worst thing ever. I know. So, I mean, Paul, obviously you've had the COVID, and I'm just imagining that it's just like the flu. I mean, obviously people were dying with it, but yeah, I thought that was right, green eyes. I thought that was it. So yeah, if I do that, then on Friday we'll do Siberia night. Don't think I've had flu either. I'm sure if I did, I'd know. Sheila, you absolutely would know about it. I thought I'd had flu and I'd have a heavy cold until I got flu. Fuck, I was ill. And I can fully understand how people died with that. Do you remember was it 1918 when there was the global flu pandemic? And, so many out of the world's population died because of it. I can fully understand how, especially if you live alone and you've got nobody to care for you. All unpacked. No, Kathy, I'm not. You probably get Porky coming in the chat going, no, she fucking isn't. I'm getting there, but it was a case of get stuff here and dump it and then try to go through things as I'm going along. And bless him, he's having to just walk around the house without, just look straight ahead, don't look left or right. It's one of those at the moment. Miriam, people die from flu every year. The numbers are surprising when you look into it. Yes, yeah. I know that, Miriam. It's and like Green Eyes has just said there, Miriam, more die from the flu than from COVID. I can fully understand how, because if I hadn't had somebody there making sure that I was getting fluids, and changing the bed sheets, because I was just, oh God, yeah, the shivering, and then the sweats, the cold sweats were awful, and not being able to get to the bathroom. I couldn't walk. I tried to walk and I collapsed. Now, if I hadn't had somebody there looking after me, I could fully understand how I could, I'm not meaning it to sound dramatic, but I could fully understand how somebody alone could die. And especially if you had underlying health issues as well. I don't think anyone has escaped this COVID in one way or another. No, Paula, and I'm pretty sure, I think a lot more people have had it than we realise. Like I said, I think I'm one of them. Don't suppose I'll ever know. But I also think I have got now whether it's as a result of having it or whether I didn't have it and I had something else, that could have been, a very heavy cold. But given the symptoms that everybody in the village had, I'm pretty sure it does sound like COVID. Um, but I think I'm immune to it. I genuinely am. I think I told you all, didn't I? I was in that car with colleagues, and there's 5 people in the car, and one of the people, obviously it wasn't me, one of the people unknowingly had COVID, and everybody in that car got COVID, but I didn't. Miraman, I'm not sure about that, Green Eyes. COVID has a far higher mortality rate than flu, and it's gone through a far higher percentage of the population in such a short space of time. I do not profess to know the answer to that one either, so I shall leave that to your greater knowledge, Mirrorman and Green Eyes. It just seems funny to me that there hasn't been a single, there wasn't a single case of flu reported in the last 2 years. It's like, what happened to flu? It doesn't just vanish. Maybe due to population numbers, much higher flu rate here than COVID. Right, okay, yeah. I'll be interested to see what the research that they're doing on it comes out with. They're doing well. There were different. Yeah, that's what I mean. Green Eyes. I just found it quite funny. It was like not a single case of flu, whatever. Sheila, I think I must be immune too. I've been around COVID-infected people. I don't mask or vax either. Yes, Sheila. And they are doing a study now as well into people, with a natural immunity to it. I've read a few articles. There are different schools of thought on it. Some people are relaying it to race. And by race, I mean like your genetic origins. So certain, like not all Caucasian people would be immune to it, but say, and I'm not saying this is it, but say people of a Celtic origin will have more of an immunity to it than people of a Mediterranean origin, or that type of thing. Because I was trying to go down the hole. I wonder if it's anything to do with blood type. The reason flu has dropped off in the last couple of years is due to the COVID prevention measures and lockdown. Same measures massively reduce the spread of flu as well. Yeah, yes, yeah. You are right. I was just being facetious. Now, the latest variant, Frida, is that this Deltacron one? So that's why flu has dropped so dramatically in the last couple of years. Hubby's office all had it. He did not catch it. Yeah, there's definitely. It's funny though, isn't it? Because certain races of people are more susceptible to it, aren't they? As well. This latest strain, they're saying, affects 5 to 13-year-olds more. How does it affect a particular age group? Just weird. That is Green Eyes. I've not heard that. But then again, I've not been watching any news the last week or two. Paula says, I tested positive on Boxing Day, got rushed into hospital a few days later, have been poorly since, but on the mend. I'm in the vulnerable group. Oh, flipping heck. Oh, gosh. Were you on a ventilator as well, Paula? Yeah, Green Eyes, I do as well. Horrible, horrible thing. Frida, exactly. And the lockdown, so we aren't having as much potential contact with someone who could pass flu on to us. Well, flu can just stay away from me. I don't ever want it again. Just released stats here in Australia. Oh, okay. I Yeah, I'd just be interested. I'd be interested to see about this natural immunity studies that they're doing. The one on demographics, and there was another one as well, and I can't remember what it was about. I'm so sorry. Half a story, Harry, as usual. Anyway, Denny, what are you doing for your birthday? You having a do? And are we all invited? Oh, and as well, how's the little man with his break, his collarbone? Is he on the mend? I know you would, because I was thinking it should be round about now, isn't it? Oh, that's good to hear, Paula. Well, one of my old neighbours in the village I've just moved from, he was the project manager for, you know, when the in the was it the Manchester Arena or wherever it was, where they set up these field hospitals. He was in charge of doing that, and he went, they just didn't get used. We used to have to do a lateral flow test daily because we work with the public. I'm the only one at my workplace that hasn't caught it. It's strange. Definitely is, Sheila. Definitely is. And I do think they're gonna find some correlation, I think, between, if it's not your blood group, I think it's gonna be your genetic origins. That there's something. I'm gonna say Vikings. All Vikings are immune. All are used with the so Meadow and Frida, and who else has got a shield? Green Greena. Is Greena's got a shield? She should have, if she's not. Um, and Denny. Everybody should be immune to it if you're a Viking. Mirrorman will certainly make me more cautious in the future regarding sanitising. Do you know though, Frida, I've become really lax with that. Do you remember the first lockdown? And you know, it was all this wash your hands and repeat this nursery rhyme and make sure you do, and then sanitize every time you touch a handle or a gate or a door knocker, or pick a bag up or what have you. And then you go in shopping, and I was getting like tins home and disinfecting every tin before it went in my cupboard. And then the second lockdown, I was just like, sod it. Did it? We're away for the weekend, Tavistock, with a visit to the Widdicombe in the Moor Church. Oh, you told me. Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Oh, I hope you've managed to see something spooky. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, Meadow? Hey, well, I tell you what, Denny. How about when you've had your weekend away? Because we want to do another spooky night. And Burham Witch had said, you know, because she's got other stories for her, you know, from her paranormal investigation nights. How do you fancy coming up and telling us about the haunted church after you've been? Do you fancy that? Sheila, I do have a weird blood group and rare. Oh, B negative. Well, Sheila, I'm A negative. And that was something else. That was why I was saying, do you remember the night I came in? I was saying to everyone, who knows if they're a negative blood group? Because I wondered if it is, it could maybe because I've got, you know, a rhesus negative. Lady Witch, I don't sanitize everything in my home specifically because of the virus. I do it a lot because of the animals. Paula, lateral flow doesn't work. A consultant told me this in hospital. They did 4 tests over a 48-hour period: PCR, rapid flow, and 2 others, including swabbing the groin. Oh, like they do for that MRSA. Oh, there you go. Green eyes is a negative as well. Another one who's never had it. Back in the 1600s, the roof got struck by lightning and collapsed. It was during a Sunday sermon. 4 people died, 60 injured. The ones killed are buried in the church. Wow. Oh, Denny, will you come up and tell us all about it then when you've been and give us a good story on it? Oh, you think you're A neg as well, Meadow? Well, have you ever had your DNA? If you're A negative, you've got Scandi origins, lovely. You could be my relation. Yes, I'd love to jump up, but it may be boring if nothing occurs while we're there. Haha, the history is brief. Well, it's fine. It doesn't matter, does it? I just like getting you up anyway because you make me laugh. I've had PCR tests as well, only 2 when I was pinged by the app because I was in contact but still clear. Simples is boring, O positive and haven't had it. Oh, your grandfather's surname ends in son too. Oh, there you go, Meadow. Oh, your sister's rhesus negative. Are you positive though, Paula? Because my sister and me, we've got different blood groups. She's got my mum's blood group and I've got my dad's, even though I look like my mum. Have you had it, Frida? I noticed then you just said you haven't got a clue what your blood group is. Just wondered if you've had it. You are the same as me and my sister then. Isn't it weird that our 2 siblings and full siblings as well, not, we're not half sisters. Because I always thought, obviously before, when I was a kid, it was just one of those things where you just presume that if you're full siblings that you're going to have identical blood groups, and it doesn't work that way, does it? Well, you're a true child of the islands, aren't you, Paula? And Simples as well with your O positives. I think Porky's an O positive as well. So I said, yeah, you're proper ancient Britain. So you do belong to these fur lands. I think there's like is it a quarter of me belongs to the lands? No, I haven't kissed. Had the cold from hell last October, but not COVID. Ah, do you know it'd be interesting? I'd love to know that. I wouldn't, but it's not worth you going having your blood tested just to find out though, Frida. But yeah, if you ever do find out, let us know because I'm still convinced it's a negative thing. Well, I mean, I love all the I love all this with the blood groups and knowing where people come from and what have you. But yeah, you're original people of Europe, an original European. I'm wondering if as well it could be something to do with the fact I've been prescribed vitamin D for over 10 years now. Who can say, Sheila? We just don't know enough, do we? I mean, I do eat pretty well, not at the moment. This last couple of weeks I've been eating pure shite, but generally I eat very cleanly. I only eat organic, and I always eat a lot of garlic. I'll have a lot of organic local honey, um, drink organic milk and cream, things like that. And plus my apple cider vinegar and lemon juice as well. And I was thinking, could that be something to do with it? It does, doesn't it? Green eyes definitely could have helped. Oh, and Frida takes it every day. Oh, okay. Is that, can I just ask, is that you ladies, is that anything to do with the seasonal affective disorder? Just I know a girl who I work with, she gets that SAD, the syndrome, and so she takes vitamin D and C. Oh, you don't get a cold either? Oh, right. Sheila, we don't get enough sun here. Well, and that's part of the reason with the high incidences in the Northern Hemisphere of multiple sclerosis. The lack of sunlight. I do get colds, but the little sniffles, like the last couple of days, I've had a bit of a sniffle and a cough. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I beg your pardon for yawning. But it's kind of going now. It's never worse than that, And I think it's just because I've been tired and run down because I've not had a lot of rest and I'm still catching up on it. Oh, are you green eyes? Oh. I need to get, I need to start taking some vitamin C supplements, I think, as well. Let's see what else I've missed. I think I'm quite up to date. It's because I had a total hysterectomy in the early 40s, so it's to help against osteoporosis. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, lovey, you didn't need to tell me that bit. Sorry if I thought I was being nosy. I just wondered if it was that sad thing. Yeah, my friend was, I think, how old was Laura? I think she was 41. She had, well, she'd always had polycystic ovaries and then ended up with fibroids. And they just said, because she was divorced, so she didn't have any children. She wasn't planning, because she wasn't in a relationship of any kind, and they just, they suggested a full hysterectomy, because I think it was because of the cysts and the fibroids and the risk of them becoming cancerous. So she had a full hysterectomy, but she was on the HRT, and I'm sure she's come off it now. Vitamin D and calcium. SAD syndrome is really a thing for sure. Yeah, Paula and Alison, she has to have one of those lamps in the office. It's the sunlight lamp, which is very nice for her, but it's awful if you're in the line of sight of the damn thing because it's so bright. But I suppose really I shouldn't whinge about a lot of things, because when you look at the stuff other people have to go through, it makes you feel quite lucky. So I'm gonna try not to whinge. Sheila, yes, mine was because I had a 13 centimetre ovarian cyst. They took all my bits out just to be safe. Yeah, and that's what they did with Laura. I didn't realise that things like cysts and fibroids could then turn cancerous if they were left. So, Lady Witch, they yanked my plumbing due to fibroids. Happiest day of my health life was not having to deal with anemia anymore. Oh, of course. Back now was AFK for a bit. What's AFK? Sorry, Mirrorman, I don't know what AFK. I'm going to try and work that out now, unless it's a spelling mistake. Anybody know what that is an abbreviation for? Away from keyboard. Ah, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. I don't do abbreviations very well. LOL and PMSL. That's kind of my as far as abbreviations go. Oh, you had your 34 and never had any HRT. Oh, right. No, Mirrorman, I didn't know that one. Frida, I'm so happy now at my age. No more messing with my undercarriage. Don't do TLA. What TLAs? Oh, you're going to pee me off now, aren't you? I haven't got a clue what TLAs are either. TLAs. Oh, for fuck's sake. 3-letter abbreviations. Well, thanks. Even Cooper. Hey, come here. Cooper. No. He just heard Porky shout it or saying something quite loudly upstairs. 3-letter abbreviations. Right. Okay. I have to Google all these meanings like AFK. Thanks, Green Eyes. I'm glad it isn't just me. Green Eyes. They put me on HRT. It made me rampant. Though I'm not on it now, so very frigid. Get on it again, Sheila. Fully spelled words. TLD. Oh. You're all going to really annoy me now, aren't you? I mean, I know the one that Simple's just said then, FFS. I can understand that. I have to go, but enjoy the rest of life. Oh, thanks for popping in, Paula. We're going to do Friday. We're going to do Incognito. And the topic is we're going to look at, shall I call it Spooky Siberia, maybe? Or Shady Siberia. It's going to be about the weird and wonderful goings on in Siberia, like the Hellhole and the Dyatlov Pass, and that massive explosion that looks like it was a nuclear blast. Oh, I know what that one is, Lady Witch, bitch. Is that see you soon? Oh, everybody loves the Paula. You lot are so sweet. Hey, I tell you what, Kathy, you're the only one in from the Wirral at the minute. I don't know where everybody else has gone. I've not seen Linda for a while, or I don't know if anyone's seen Linda Parsons around for a while, or Blue Rose. I've not seen my girl for ages, my little Blue Rose, and oh, we saw Helen Happy Thoughts, didn't we? She was in last week. Yeah, I know what TTFN means because my nana used to say that. And yeah, BFN, I know that one. I'll tell you one I do know as well, Mirror Man. Hang on. Let me put it in. I know this one. There you go. Yeah, TTFN. It was something that a lot of grandparents used to say. TTFN. I know that one. Fuck my life. At the moment, or automated telling machine, Frida. One of the other. I was hoping that Julia and her son would join us again soon for more stories too. Fascinating lad to listen to. Yes, Sheila, me too. We can have Julia and her son coming up, and Burren. I mean, I think Burren's popped off, but she has been having trouble with her internet, hasn't she? But yeah, Burren Witch had said she'd come up again. But yeah, I just find all the stuff with Siberia incredibly fascinating. Someone on the radio used to say TTFN. Oh, did they, Kathy? Oh, maybe that's where, because like I said, I can remember my granddad saying it and my nana saying it. But it was one of those abbreviations, like, normal people, I wouldn't dream of saying, oh my God, green eyes, LOL, oh my God. That's an abbreviation you just wouldn't or shouldn't stick into a conversation when you're talking. But TTFN, everybody said it was, it was one of those. Alan Freeman. I don't know. Oh, I don't know who Alan Freeman is. Sorry, I'm being really ignorant, aren't I? Lots of things I don't know. Hey, Denny, if you're still there, guess what? Tonight, in my vape, because I got down to 0.3% nicotine. Tonight, I'm on 0 nicotine. It's just vape juice with no nicotine in it. Now, how that will affect me, I do not know, but I'm going to see how I get on today. Jimmy Young radio show. Before my time. Only had a teenager crush on him. I'll have to Google him, Kathy, and have a look. Hey, did anybody see that video about Elvis Presley? And he had, oh, I've got to try and remember. You need to Google it. Denny will do this one. Google it if you don't believe me. There was a dance in one of the films that Elvis did, and he actually got an erection in the film, and they kept it in. He had to do this dance with his with his partner, and he ended up getting a bit of a hard on, and he said he had to carry on doing this dance, and they left it in. But if you didn't know it was there, you'd think it was like a crease in his kegs, but he actually admitted to it. So that was just a little, I don't even know where that came from. I just remembered it. I know Simples. I think I was thinking about people who people had crushes on. And I remember my friend's mum, just lateral thinking, my friend's mum had a big thing about Elvis. Oh yeah, I watched that thing where Elvis had a hard on. And I actually watched the video, and yes, there it is. But again, me being an idiot, I can't remember the name of the damn film. But if you Google it, you'll find it, and you'll be able to watch it, and you'll be able to see Elvis with a boner. It's a real conversation killer, that one, isn't it? Oh, it might have been Sheila. I know they were in a room, like what looked like somebody's bedroom, and they were banging on a wall. I think it might have been like a hotel room or something. And then they get onto this dance, and yeah. Oh, have you seen it, Lady Witch? I don't remember her name, but it was Girls, Girls, Girls. Right. I mean, I must admit, I was giving it a whole stir at the older Elvi crotch. Oh, Sheila, but I thought it was too. Yeah, it was, but it's one of those things that you just like, oh my God, yeah. So you have to watch it again just to go, oh my God, yeah. And then you watch it a third time, because then you're trying to watch his face. The third time you watch it, you're not watching the crotch, you're watching Elvi himself, just to see how uncomfortable he's looking because he's got a boner. Well, that's something to Google tonight. Hellhole and Elvis's knob. Oh, Sheila, have memories about that song. Were they good memories, Frida? Now, do you know, we're talking about the I'm just going to say Elvis's knob then, because I'm looking at Simples's so I've seen a vid of Lenny Kravitz on stage. He bends down and his willy falls out. When slowed down, you can see. Hey, didn't Prince do that as well? Somebody was telling me that Prince did it and his knob fell out. And you watch Lily Allen, and she's sitting up there on stage with her legs open on a bar stool, showing everybody her smashed crab because she decided not to wear any panties that night. The scutter. That's a word you'll know, isn't it, Frida? Oh, and I didn't mean as in people would have called it you, but obviously being from the north of Ireland. Yes, Danny. Roadkill badger. I think it was Lisa who said that she used, when I was saying about someone having a fanny like a smashed crab, and Lisa threw it as an insult at somebody. Beef curtains on display. Well, yeah, nasty. It was still my claim to fame that she blocked me on Twitter. A badly packed kebab, that's it. Remember Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson? Was that when was that when her boob fell out, Frida? And I'm saying fell out in inverted commas. It was like, oh, what was the name? Richard Madley, and what was his wife called? The blonde one, and they went up for an award, and a dress kind of came undone and rolled down, and she didn't know, and she had this big Al knit slip. Yeah, that's right, Kathy. But she had this big Al ugly white bra on underneath this black evening gown. She took the fall for that. Wasn't even her fault. Justin got away with it all. I think the worst thing I still say you can see more at the beach, Frida. That's it, Judy Finnegan. Thank you, Simples and Denny. Oh, did he, Frida? Oh, okay. Hiya, Lisa. Do you know, it always makes me laugh when people come in and say hello, mods and chat. Everybody's a mod. And what are you up to tonight, Lisa? Here she is, wrote Demetra with the lovely locks. I'm going to put Lisa up on screen. We're showing all the beautiful ladies of the channel up tonight. Oh, who else didn't I put? Oh, I didn't put Lady Witch up, and I didn't put. Oh, I'll have to put Denny's little brother. See, look at that. Does anybody else think, because nobody ever knows the name when I say it, so does anybody else think that Woe Lisa looks like her out of Underworld, who was the vampire who fell in love with the werewolf? Who played, oh, what was her dad? Bill Nye played her dad in, I think it was the Rise of the Lycans one. Nobody ever talks about Lucy Lawless at the Red Wings game when a top fell down. Oh, I didn't see that one, Lady Witch. I went to the Richard and Judy Star Bar once, met and saw Christopher Biggins and Alma from Coronation Street. No, you didn't. No, Danny, not Kate Beckinsale. Rhoda Mitra. She plays the it's like way back in the day before the Kate Beckinsale time. And Bill Nighy plays a dad, and they have the very first of the werewolves, the Lycans, and he falls in love with the are they called the Death Dealers or the Death Hunters? I need to try and find a picture of her and put her up. But yeah, so I always call Lisa, I always call her Rhodometra. But if you Google her, you'll see who I mean. But that's who I think Lisa looks like. So we've got the beautiful Lisa up. Let's put Denny's brown potato finger up. And then I'll put Lady Witch up. And we need... Have I had Frida up? There we go. Denny's face is a potato. And... because I can see all these... because this Talia Porkers is absolutely gigantic. Is that you, Lady Witch, on that, or is it somebody else? I think it's RHODA, and then a surname is MITRA, Lisa, like Mitra, Rhodometra, or Rhodometra. But yeah, the absolute bloody spits of her. But she's one of these. She's got very angular features and a very strong jaw. And I know, look at you, stunner. See, another stunner in the house, Lady Witch. Simples, that's why I've Tiffany on mine, because she's far cuter. Ah, she is cute, but I bet she's not as cute as you. Look at that jawline of Lady Witches, though, eh? Sexy lady. Hey, sexy lady. Ooh, 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 ooh. Who else have I not picked on? What have we got? Let's see Sheila, because I don't know. I can't see your photos, you see, on my phone. So if I tap on you and then I can put you up on screen, I can see what your photographs are. Oh, Sheila's another puddy tat. Just going to say, is Lisa gone off Googling Rhodometra? And then for those who didn't see her earlier, let's put the beautiful green eyes back up on screen again. Sipping her cocktail. Oh, this was quite funny the other day. So, I can't remember what day it was. Anyway, Porky bought his daughter I think it was last weekend. Porky bought his daughter a blender, so a big, like, 500-watt glass jug blender, because she wants to make smoothies. And so on Saturday, she makes a watermelon smoothie. So it was watermelon and banana and strawberries and yogurt. So she makes this smoothie, and you could see she was drinking it, but she weren't that fussed on it. So he's saying, if you don't like it, it's fine. You don't have to drink it. It's not a problem. She went, no, I like it, but she really didn't. So Sunday, I'm back at the other house sorting out, and I left these two to it. And when I got back, I could see that the it'd been rinsing out the blender. So I said, oh, has she had another smoothie? And he went, no. He said that was the only what she only had that one last night. He said probably the first and last. He said, so it looks like you've gained yourself a glass jug blender. So I just said, oh, well, I'll be able to make cocktails. Well, he took the piss out of me, something royally. He put this is why I keep saying about I live on the coast, don't you know? He's going, oh, because I now live on the coast, so I will be making cocktails because I now have a garden. I can sit outside on the coast drinking cocktails. I wouldn't have it that me and my friends were already drinking cocktails in our little yards in a little village up on the moors in Lancashire. It's a done thing, but yeah. So he was he took the mickey out of me. You should use the one with that dress, Green Eyes. Show the young birds how it should be done. Oh, what dress is this, Lady Witch? Show us the dress. Show us the dress. Are you showing the twins off in it, Green Eyes? Slushy margaritas. Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. I said we can whiz up because I was thinking of sundowners. Spiced rum with ginger beer in it, but you know what? I go for the double alcohol effect, so I'll do spiced rum with Krabby's ginger beer, so that's alcoholic as well, and then lime juice and ice and whiz all of that up. Oh God. And then put slices of lime in it. That is one good drink on a summer's day. But it's feeling very, I don't know how everybody else has been today, but here in the northwest, it's been bloody hot today, which isn't bad going for mid-March. I think so. I think I'm going to have to. Well, actually, we'll wait and see because she's coming again this weekend. So we'll see if she decides to slushy up, not slushy, smoothie up again. And if she doesn't, then yeah, we can designate that as a cocktail machine. 13 degrees, supposed to be 17 tomorrow. Well, now Simples, it said it was going to be 12 to 13 here, but it absolutely wasn't. I took Cooper out about 3 o'clock. And we'd only just got to the park, and then Porky texted me because he was finishing work early, so I had to go back and pick him up, but I was bloody roasting. So it's actually quite good that we came back when we did, because I think we would have been too hot. I've been out in the garden on my sun chair today and Sunday. Friggin' love my garden. Oh, Denny, you know what? I can't wait to get this garden here sorted. I mean, I can't at the moment. There's can't get into it, but because Porky has a poorly putty tat, and we've got to kind of not let Cooper get near him. So the access to the garden is currently blocked because I think Cooper would eat him. But yeah, I'm really dying to get that garden sorted out for summer. Have a barbecue out there and I've got all my furniture that's all come over. It's currently sitting in the conservatory waiting to go outside, and all my plants and my buntings and my lights and my twinkly lights. Fancy making a Guinness cocktail, seen it on Jamie Oliver's. Oh, what's in that, Frida? It's far from hot, but it's not freaking snowing here, so it's a well. Do you know what? If it's dry, it's a win. Tomorrow is supposed to be warm. I'm going into lizard mode. It's been 16 here at times. Yeah, it felt like that today, Denny. I've asked for a barbecue on Mother's Day. Hope it stays sunny. Well, I do, because that's my birthday. Mother's Day and my birthday. And not only that, everything happens. The clocks go forward as well on my birthday. Cut my grass the other day. It's all going on. Well, the thing is, Simples, I love having a pretty garden. And don't forget, you're all getting, as Porky promised, we're getting gnomes. You're all going to have your own gnome in the garden. And then I think what I'll do is, instead of having me up, like on my face, like my face is on there now, we'll put a gnome up, a different gnome, and you have to guess who the gnome is. So, you know, whose gnome it is each time I do a live. But you'll all have a gnome. Guinness, whiskey, and condensed milk over ice. Oh, Frida, no. That's oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh, you see, I love condensed milk. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that recipe up then. Guinness, whiskey, and condensed milk over ice. Oh, so a strawberry mudslide using strawberry Baileys. Oh, I don't like the flavoured Baileys, Lady Witch. It's just got to be proper Baileys for me. Oh, thank you, Denny. Happy early birthdays, KMA and Porky. Oh, thanks, Frida. I'll check that out. But that sounds really nice. Well, Porky came home with a very nice drink. Very nice. It's oh, I've got to get this right. It's supposed to be a bourbon, is it? I think. But it's very smooth. I think it's a bourbon. Oh, I'll wait till he's back and around. But anyway, we had a try of it before, and I'm not a lover of anything like Jack Daniels, or I know a lot of people are, but I just don't like the taste of bourbon. And because I'm a single malt girl, and I had a try of this, and I was really shocked. It's got oh yes, Friedrich definitely would, because we both like Guinness and we both like whiskey. And I don't know if he likes condensed milk, but I'm sure he'll learn to love it if he doesn't. um, but yeah, this bourbon thing. Oh, hang on, hang on. I'm just gonna put Green Eyes up on the screen. Is this your frock? Oh, well, Cooper, be quiet, lad. Well, I can't quite see, but I can see the outline. Good on you, bird. I, yeah, I'm in total awe of anybody who can sport the bangers like you can, Green Eyes. Absolutely, Lady Witch. Hot Mama coming through indeedy. Is it? It's a jumpsuit. I bet you got a jump as well that night, didn't you? Looking hot to trot. Yes, Jenny, look at that. Switch, swoo, whistle for a hottie. Woo, woo. I wouldn't have the confidence to carry off something like that. It looks like a dress though, Lady Witch, doesn't it? Like it's lacy on top with a very straight bottom on it. Yeah, so sometimes I see things and I think, oh, I really wish I had the guts to wear something like that, and then I don't. Mama, more like a bit char-grilled round the edges. Give over yourself, Green Eyes. Take a compliment. You're as bad as me. Somebody gives me a compliment and I just can't go, oh, thank you. I have to take the piss out myself, so stop it. So the wide leg pants. Oh. Well, I bought a nice dress last week, It's my nieces, the eldest of all my nieces and nephews. She should have got married in 2020. It was her wedding was booked for the 25th of April, and lockdown happened, didn't it? So then they bumped it to last year, and lockdown happened again. So they cancelled the wedding. They bought a house, upped the mortgage, and then they decided, sod it, we're still going to get married. So they're getting married on the, I think it's the 16th. It's Easter Saturday anyway. She does, Sheila, doesn't she? Absolutely stunning. Um, and I was thinking, well, I was expecting it to be quite chilly. I might have to rethink my outfit given the current temperatures. But I bought a really, it's plain, but it's very classy. It's like a jersey dress. It's ribbed. It's clingy, so it fits where it touches. It's a bit like a tube dress. And it's got a fluted bottom. So it's got long sleeves. They're just very tight fitted long sleeves. It's got a scooped neckline, but it's not too low because I never show me bangers. No help from the beauty supply store. And yeah, but because it's like a jersey feel, I'm thinking that I might be a little bit warm in it. So I'll go and have another. I think maybe I'll leave it another week or two and see what the weather's looking like, and leave it till last minute. So, but it's kind of a. It's not cream. It's midway between like cream and beige. It's somewhere in the middle. Yeah. It's a bit hard to define the colour of it. Sounds lovely, Kiss. Simple lines. Remember my mum making me a pencil dress in the 70s. Yeah, it is very nice because I got it and I showed it to Porky when I got home and I said, "What do you think of that?" He said, "Yeah, it looks really nice." And it's probably just below, just slightly longer than mid calf. Just very it's very simple but very classy. So I hope it will, yeah, I hope it will look nice. I'll probably ruin it by going out pairing it up with hooker heels. Gotta be done. So, well, I'm down to, let me have a look. I'm on 12%, so you've got me for 12% of my phone now. So what would you like to talk about? If there's anything you'd like to talk about in particular, let me know. So Keme, look amazing. I'm sure Pokey will show lots of keto meaty treats over it. Funnily enough, I had keto meaty treats early hours, I think. I actually can't remember if that was today or yesterday. Love the pencil skirt era. Do you know which era I loved? Marilyn Monroe's era. You know, like the 50s, and and one of my favourite films is Always Denny, Always Joe. Do you know, I always said never turn down a portion because you never know when your net's going to eat. You know, there could be a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. Breakfast sausage. Favorite. Oh, bleh. No, it's not Danny, you dirty. Don't. Don't. No. Oh God, you dirty cow. One of one of my favourite films is Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and I just love the outfits they're wearing in that film. I absolutely love it. Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe, and that era, it was just so classy, wasn't it? You know, it's like when people talk about you can't breakfast sausage, I can't green eyes. Oh, I can. But it's like people talk about you know, they've got a lot to say detrimentally about the Hitler era in you know, during the Second World War and pre-Second World War. But, and I've said it before, and I will say it again, and I'm sorry, not sorry if it offends anybody, but you cannot say the Third Reich had a lot of class. If you see the balls that they carried out, and you know, you see the, like Lady Witch just said, then the era's casual look was glamorous. You see things like that in the 1930s, the Germany in the late 1930s, that the women were impeccably dressed, and the men, they just all look so, yeah, just absolutely, it's just so glamorous. So I'm not going to take that away from them. The Third Reich actually had class and a lot of style, and it was oh, which famous designer was it who designed the SS uniforms? Was it somebody like, oh God, was it someone like Chanel or um Yves Saint Laurent or somebody? One of the famous designers. Oh, Prada. Oh, Hugo Boss. Yeah, we've got Prada or Hugo Boss. But yeah, lots of style. But going back to yeah, the Monroe era. Yeah, I just loved that. The pencil skirts, the stiletto heels, those cinched in tiny waists. The only thing I didn't like was the rocket knockers. You know, they had those rock hard pointed tits that would have taken somebody's eye out. And I don't think I would have liked it because everybody had to wear stays, didn't they? That would have been as uncomfortable as fuck. But the same through little tight cardigans, yes. Oh, what was her name? Oh, you know, like they did have the figures for, but yeah, Frida, look at that again though, Marilyn Monroe. She weren't tiny. She were a bit of a hefty wench. Yeah, people like Greenhouse, like Jane Mansfield and Diana Dawes, even, you know, with those little tiny crop top cardigans and jumpers, and then they had the pedal pusher pants on. I mean, I know, you know, you see Diana Dawes in later life, and she'd become a bit of a hefty wench as well, but she was incredibly glamorous, wasn't she, when she was younger? Oh, and who's the other one as well? Babs. Babs with the little pointy tits as well in all the Carry On movies. According to Russell Brand, it was Hugo Boss. He said it on stage at an acceptance speech. Then Frog marched off. Oh, right. Okay. The very flattering green eyes. Very flattering. Do you remember when oh God, I'm trying to think what the name of the group was now. Um Denny, you're gonna have to help me now. Push the button. Who sang that? Oh, the Sugar Babes. Sorry, it was Sugar Babes, wasn't it? Um I don't know if anybody of you remember the video for Push the Button, and Heidi had this it was a very high-waisted pencil skirt on, and she looked so sexy in it. You know, I mean, I am full on hetero, but you know, even she turned my head a little bit and I thought, yeah, that's one glam look, that is. I like feminine clothing though. Having said that, I'm currently sitting here in a pair of Ugg boots and leggings. Yeah, pointy brows, pointy tits, Frida. So I'm not very feminine myself tonight. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to say now I'm on to 5%. So this phone will probably shut me off any second because it doesn't give me any warning when I'm online and it suddenly will just cut me off. So I'm sorry for doing a runner, but like I said, I can't plug anything in here on the sofa. Right, I will say good night to everybody. Thank you all very, 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 very much for coming in and love you all. Cookie Monster PJs and bed socks. Yeah, I'm not far off that myself, Simples. If I come back on Friday and we do incognito night with a Siberian feel, so you can come in something like Ivan Nakarov or something, whatever you like. We're going to go spooky Siberia and we'll get a few tales in. So we've got the hellhole. We've got, although there is some controversy about that, apparently, Mrs. Mercury was telling me. We'll do the hellhole. We'll go through Dyatlov, and then we will do this the mysterious Siberian explosion and I'm pretty sure that was the early part of the 20th century that happened. So we shall go through all of that and have a bit of a titter and a giggle. So that's your theme, but I will put an appointment in, a scheduled live in. Okie dokie. I'm sorry this is sounding really rushed, but I want to say goodbye to you all before I get cut off abruptly. Oh, we're on 2%. Right, guys and gals, love you all. I will see you on Friday, hopefully. Have a fantabulous week. Take care. And as always, see you on the bright side, you sexy bunch of biatches. Bye.